I can't believe it. I finally got Kelsey to do a podcast with me. I've only been asking forever, and she can't tell me no because she's my best friend. And then I guilt her into things. So, Kelsey, I know you're crazy, and Sterling's over there, and she's going to interrupt us, and then the dogs are going to bark, and Austin's going to call. So, I'm already prepared for all things that are going to happen because I remember that season of life. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So she's at her new headquarters for Turnback Pony. And it's been, when I met Kelsey, well, before I even knew Kelsey, she was running around with my mother-in-law, BVN, or Brenda. So that's where she learned everything.
Oh, Brendy.
That's where she learned everything. So then I started when I had Gypsy Soul. I decided I wanted to have a multi-level marketing part of Lucky Chuck, and women could sell flip-flops from home. So we started that business. And was it a promotional video or a practice party or something? I think it was a video.
I think it was a video. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we did it at Brenda's, and Kelsey came, and she was all cute. And I think, did you have like a leopard fedora on or something? Was that you? Yeah. Yeah, it was you. And Brooke.
Yeah. And Brooke.
Yep. And a bunch of other fun people were there. And then we've been together pretty much ever since.
Yeah. I still remember your sparkly little license plate on your white Chevy truck.
Oh, I still have it. The girls made that for me in the warehouse for, I think, Christmas. So ever so often I go out there and I re-glue on the crystals because they've made that with love for their boss. That was probably amazing paint.
It was on your 3/4 ton. It was this sweet white 3/4 ton.
Oh no, it was the Dodge Mega Cab. That's what I had. It was and I sent it to 2L, and he did like a real. It really wasn't enough glitter, but he put glitter in the paint of the what do you call it? The grill guard and the bumper, and over the wheel wells there was glitter. So if you got close, there was glitter. It was just enough, so it wasn't like obnoxious, but I needed it to be a little more obnoxious. So,
well, maybe that's what they should do with mine, because that Bronco showed up, and my dad says it looks like a park ranger truck. So right before this podcast, I was there getting my bumper. We were trying to figure out what we're going to do to make it not look like a park ranger truck.
Kelsey got a Bronco yesterday. Well, she ordered it months ago, but now she got it yesterday.
Yeah, my dad said there's a reason they only made 5 in that color.
That's okay. They only made a few.
Limited edition. Yeah,
that's right.
Just
that's
like
right.
me.
So, anyways, it's been.
Why you said you need water. You kind of get nervous in Cottonmouth.
Yeah, that's what I said. You need to get you a water. Have Sterling give you water. Anyways, what I want to talk about is all the things. There are so many girls that.
Did you give me water? Or a drink? Sorry.
Where's it at?
That look up.
Out of the fridge or?
So many people look up to you, and where you've started, all the journeys you've been on, and keeping God grounded in most of that journey for both of us. But what a support, we are many years apart in age, but we have such a great friendship and connection and respect for each other and advice.
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah.
We're many years apart.
We are. I'm 50.
I know. I just can't believe you just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Many years. I can be your mom, basically, kind of.
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah.
So just kind of talk to us about that. Like when you look back and where you're sitting today, married to Austin and having a daughter and a business that you have grown literally from the ground up, blood, sweat, and tears. Just when you think through that, what do you feel? What do you think?
That my goals weren't anything compared to what God had planned for me. Just to put your head down and work. Like I was making $250 a week working for Pete, but I treated it like I was making $1,200, a week. And then man, it just kept going and the jewelry just took off. And that was what, 7 years ago or 6 years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the business started, from the bottom. I was braiding leather and selling it at team ropings in the stands.
And before, so so Kelsey has a degree in science,
biology.
biology. We always giggle like, what was going on with that? And running barrels.
Yeah, I walked in my senior year and I said to my advisor, and I said, I don't care what the piece of paper says, just get me out of here.
I want to be done. I want to be
done.
Done and out. So, yes. And then you worked at the Maverick as a buyer before the business, which.
Yeah. That's where Brenda told me to go. The reason I met Brenda is because I missed my flight. Jordan Snyder said she needed me the 22nd. So I just assumed I flew out the 22nd to the junior high finals. And I was looking on my phone at my flights, and I was flying out that day. And I had a flight from Oklahoma City to Dallas. And then, so I canceled my flight at Oklahoma City and jumped on my connecting flight in Dallas. And that's how Brenda, she was like, okay, I'm taking that girl. And she kind of just took me under her wing. So what I thought was a complete disaster, and I was so embarrassed, God used it as like an open door. It was insane. Because then Brenda, her connections. Yeah. Oh, Brendy. Yeah.
My favorite is when you're on a photo shoot with Brenda and she tells the skinny, perfect models, suck it in. Suck it in. You're looking fat. Like there's not a fat bone on that poor girl.
Can you look like these boys are actually looking at you? Like, what would you look like if these boys were looking at you? That's what you should look like.
Oh, Brenda. Yeah, I leave today to go to Chicago with Brenda. So that'll be fun. With you? Of course, Brenda's going with us. We're flying to Chicago for Charlie's birthday today at 3:00. And I haven't packed one thing yet. And I still got to go to the cleaners. But I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah, third podcast of the day. And this might be your worst one. I'm nervous. My hands are sweating. Okay.
Focus.
Can we stop and start over?
You're fine. You are fine. This is the real Kelsey. She is raw and real and perfect.
I think I got to take off the sound canceling deals because it's like, let me see. I don't know how to do that. Okay.
Go ahead and do that. With it. Okay.
I don't know how to do it. Okay.
I'm going
to take it off my ears a little bit so I can hear the whole world.
That's fine. Okay. You can do whatever you want. So turn back pony. Okay. We're doing it now.
Yes.
She's working at Pete's, shoveling poop, riding horses, making $250 a week, making jewelry, left the Maverick.
I thought I was going to be a world champion barrel racer.
And yes, we were going to rodeo, go to the NFR. Yes, all the things.
Yeah. And then Brenda told me with Fred Whitfield at the table, sitting at her bar at her house in Fort Worth, she goes, Fred, do you remember the girls that made the NFR last year? And he was like, no. And Brenda goes, see, they won't remember you. Okay.
Well, Brenda, it's more of a personal goal. It doesn't have to be because I want to be remembered. But anyways, she can dream crush you sometimes, but sometimes you need it, reality. So anyways, Kelsey is just working, going to barrel races with Pete, working, making her $1,000 a month. And this nice boy is trying to take her out on a date.
And Lorinda told me I had to wear makeup because I was exhausted and I did not want to wear makeup.
And I told her she had to show up. She had to show up looking like she cared.
Yes, she did say that. I remember that in a single wide trailer house. And I was like, I'm so tired. I do not want to do this. And she's like, put on your makeup and freaking go.
That's right.
So I did. Yeah. And on the way home that night, poor Austin, I told him, I was like, listen, I'm just telling you right now, straight up, I've done it all wrong before. And I'm not having sex again until I'm married. So on our first date. So who would have thought? He was
Yeah, and
dating this
you,
crazy bird racer.
this crazy barrel racer that did it all wrong before, but she's going to do it. But that, hey, that's Mr. Right. And where are we
Yeah.
today? Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, after we got married, that's when the business went from making like 100,000 a year to actually today we hit 1,57,000 today.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Seven
Yeah.
figures. Yes. Congratulations. And you got
And
a new
like,
Bronco.
that looks like a park ranger.
It's okay. You're being
It's okay.
incognito.
Yeah.
Incognito.
Yeah. So
So what so managing between, because we are very geared the same. We love to work, we love to make money, we love nice things. We love our time when we want to do it, how we want to do it. What has been, and I don't like to use the word balance because I don't believe in work life balance. You just do what you have to do.
there's no balance.
Yes, there's no.
No, there's
But
no balance.
especially being married to a horse trainer, and
Yeah.
you guys do have family there, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But on your day to day, what, your biggest struggles, and how do you conquer those?
Honestly, by prayer. Like if someone was to like just get in your shoes or my shoes, they'd be running around like a crazy person. Like how the heck they always say, how the heck do you do all this? But if I set aside time to read my devotional, like you'll call me or I'll call you and it's like, no, hey, let me finish my devotional and then we'll come back. It's so crazy. If I make time for God, I have so much more time in the day. Now, for instance, I don't always do that. This morning, I was trying to figure out how to make my Bronco not look like a freaking range, supposed to be in a safari car. And I didn't. And look, I'm like, but it's okay. But yeah, seriously, when I start my day off with the Word of God and put my focus towards Him, He really takes over the day. And I'm able to do all the things I love to do, the horses, the jewelry, the mom. Yeah. That helps tremendously.
And how you standing true, we'll go back to when you started dating Austin, and you were there's so many points that I think back on your relationship with him. You were so convicted in how this was going to be, with number one, not having sex till you got married, and you stood by that. And I was the one that drove you to your room on the
Yeah.
night of your wedding night.
Yeah.
It was like,
it was so awkward. I'm like, between you, Patty Rawls, and Brooke Weaver, I'm like, Austin, I'm sorry. I don't even know if we're going to have sex tonight because I'm so freaking nervous. I don't know what to do.
right. And I'll never forget you having the conversation with him about when he would come see you and fall asleep on the couch, and then you guys just this relationship was starting to morph into a friendship, and you were like, no, you're going to go home. You can come see me, but you're not going to sleep on my couch. And literally was what, a week later, he proposed to you?
Yeah. I've set boundaries and expectations, and they'll either show up or they'll go on. And you don't want that one anyway.
Yeah.
He showed up.
Mm-hmm. No, that is the biggest thing that makes me so proud, that you call me out on my things, or I call you out, the expectations we have for each other. But as a woman, how easy it is that we start allowing people not to stand up to our expectations, especially when we're young and dating, because we like that person and we want them to like us back. So we start sacrificing, what those expectations should be.
Yeah. And just falling in lust instead of real love and a relationship, because there is a lot of trials as both businesses grow tremendously is such a blessing. But, the trust, I'm staying home more to be with Sterling because that's a number one priority for us, is being a good parent. His job is required to go on the road a lot. So I had to hire like a young girl in the barn that is beautiful and rides great and take my role as a person in the barn in order for us to be successful in other areas where we do the jewelry business to help one day buy the ranch. and I can actually be a mom and take my daughter to school, and she can go to the best school around because we're making sacrifices in other areas. But if we wouldn't have started off with the foundation of God first, there wouldn't ever have been that trust to be able to grow more. I think it's something so crazy in today's society, not having sex before you're married. But I was very insecure before that. And so I would not have been able to grow like we have without security and trust. And, yeah, I, yeah, it's awesome.
And a lot, yeah. Most people are going to be listening to this right now saying, there's no way I could have done that, or no way, they don't it's just amazing to me what we already decide we can't do, and not
Yeah.
putting that faith in God and really standing in your values and being willing to do whatever those sacrifices is, or do the hard things, or do the hard choices to get where you want to be. And especially with social media and the way everything is, people see turn back pony, you guys rolling down the road in great rigs, you're married to a very good looking man, you have a beautiful daughter, the business is booming, but nobody would know the sacrifices and what
Yeah.
work went into the roots of all of this to start where you're at.
Yeah, because I tried to do all of it, and try to be in the barn full-fledged and run my business and do Sterling. And honestly, I had so much anxiety, and that has been the past 5 years. It's just been this year that we were like, okay, let's sit down, let's really pray about this, and what needs to happen? What would give me peace? Because living in this chaos of this image that looks so awesome on Instagram of, oh my gosh, she's riding 15 head of horses every day. She's selling jewelry. Oh, she's a mom. But you know what? There's sacrifices that have to be made. And there's different times in your life, or my life, that, I can't do it all. And I've come to the realization of that. And I had to choose.
Well, and it's just like, and I just sent Charlie's 21st birthday was yesterday, and you and Brooke were at her 13th birthday dinner,
Yeah.
And it just how much you've seen the difference in me, the girl, from your side.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, and we've talked about this before, is, when I traveled all the time with Gypsy Soul, I thought I was handling it all. I was like, I'm all things. I'm here. I'm there. I have nannies. I have it all figured out. You can have it all. And I have still to this day, I've never forgotten Charlie saying, Mom, I never realized how much you were gone until you were home.
Yeah.
And it just, as a mother, hearing that from your kid, their perception or what their reality is their reality, regardless of what you think it should be or how they're growing up. But I'm so, God makes everything happen for a reason, and Gypsy Soul ending allowed me to be able to hear that comment and I was able to, be in my daughter's life. But the point, you can't have everything at the same time, or you can have everything just at different times. And it's when you recognize that and throw work-life balance out the window, that does, it's a day to day, because having a business with customers and employees, and horses, literally one phone call will change the whole direction of your life. I live that, and you live that. So,
and I'm all about goals. But God's goals are so much bigger than our goals. And if we just go day by day, God feeds the birds. So if we just kill it every single day and worry about today and killing today, it all just makes it all gets way better than you could ever dream. Like, it's so crazy. But I do remember you were hard on the girls, and the other day I was giving my daughter a lesson, and I thought about how, Lorinda was hard on those girls, but she held them to an expectation. Like you did. You instilled that in your daughters. Like, here and now, look, they're dating. At the time, it looked rough, like, because
Yeah,
all
it
these
was
other
real.
kids, yeah, because all these other moms are trying to be their daughter's friends. And I'm not saying that's bad, but it's just the same in business and marriage and raising kids is there's sacrifices. You can't be their best friend and be a kill ass mom, because I do believe you have to have those expectations, because now your daughters are killing it. I
Mhm.
mean, killing it. And compared to those moms with daughters, and everybody has their own journey. I'm not discrediting
Yeah.
any mother, but for women like us that are business women and that expect our daughters to carry on that legacy or be better, I think you have to hold kids to their standard, just like me and you hold each other to a higher
Mhm.
expectation.
Yeah, no, we have vent time and then it's like, okay, now you're going to be you're
Yeah,
going to you're going to go in and be sweet and be nice and quit being mad.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Day by day, day by
Day-
day. Every day's different.
That's right. That's right. I'm like,
Yeah,
did we not have a conversation about that yesterday?
yeah. No,
So, so both of us, which I love, we both, have had all our stuff, our junk in life. And
yeah,
we both have found our own journeys and finding ways to always improve us, whether it's through God, counseling,
yeah.
my leadership program that took 6 months of my life that I'm not, not sorry. How do you feel people reaching out, really always pushing their boundaries and improving and getting to the source, peeling back the onion? Like, what
I
has
think
that
you
done?
never be satisfied. Never be always hold I've held myself to a higher standard. Like, I've went through some trauma and I was like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can pray about this. Oh, I can handle this all. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then finally I was like, you know what? It's not okay. And I can't handle this. And I need help. And in order for me to be the woman that I want to be and that what I believe God wants me to be, it's okay to have help. Like, heck, I see now I have a counselor, I have psychiatrist, I have all the things, medical, but this is honestly the best I've ever been in my life. I got help,
Mhm.
it's okay. Like, you can still be a badass and ask for help. Like, some of the biggest preachers that I follow, they have counselors. I mean, they have therapists. It's okay, like, to ask for help. You have to have the vulnerable conversations in order to be, I think, to be out of the box. I think,
And grow,
and grow.
grow and heal, whether it's counseling, coaching,
What?
people
Yeah,
seeing a different perspective. And the biggest thing, when I was your age and Joel and I were, when the girls were young and the business, that was when the recession hit. I mean, stuff was tough. And Joel and I both were going through counseling for, other past things. Cause no matter how great you were raised, we all got some kind of trauma.
yeah,
Um, but just
yeah,
the tools, the biggest thing I tell people, counseling or therapy or whatever you're seeking, coaching, what my favorite part is the tools. They teach you how to handle things and why, like why you're reacting to something a certain
yeah,
way. And
yeah,
when I know how I'm reacting to, like, why I'm reacting to something and how to handle that, when
yeah,
sometimes, yes, prayer is always in there, but I still need bigger tools.
yeah. You sometimes need to know how to hold your feelings aside and get out of your feelings. Like, feelings don't matter. I know it sounds crazy, but it does say that in the Bible. Feelings do not matter. And I believe that whether it is a leadership camp or, counseling, whatever, they teach you how to handle those emotions and those feelings. And I mean, for me anyway, that's been the biggest part is, yeah, being vulnerable to say I need help and be vulnerable to have those terrible conversations. And I've had those conversations in business and in my marriage, hard conversations. But if I didn't have the tools to have those conversations, I would have never grown to where I am today.
Hmm. I don't think I've actually said through this whole podcast, if you don't know who Kelsey is, she owns
Oh,
Turnback Pony. I was just thinking, I'm like, I didn't even do like a normal introduction of
Oh,
like,
it's fine. I'd rather be your best friend anyway. Just your
that's
best
right.
friend.
I'm like, I haven't
Yeah.
even done that. Yes. I'm like,
Well,
I
it's
think
okay. I haven't even done turn back pony today. See, so it's fine. Day by day,
yeah, she
day by
didn't
day.
pray. She played with her Bronco and she hasn't made any money, but she
Yeah,
did over 7 figures. She hit it
yeah,
today.
yeah. Because I have badass women behind me working, and they're hearing this podcast, and they're like, "Oh my gosh,
Oh, Kelsey. That's, hey,
okay." See the
that's,
vulnerable conversations right now. See,
that's right. That's exactly right.
this
Uh-huh.
isn't. Yeah,
So what is what's I hate the word what's next for Kelsey, but
yeah.
what what makes you excited when you get up in the morning? What makes you smile when you lay in bed at night when you go to sleep?
Honestly, I do love my life. I mean, I do. I love my life, especially where it is right now. Part of the reason that we made the sacrifice for us not to be in the barn and not only to help our daughter grow, but also to be able to afford to buy that ranch. Because, I mean, hello, if you're horse trainers,
Mhm. Mhm.
so every good horse trainer has usually a strong woman behind them, whether they're in the barn or making money. I mean, there is, yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I hope one day to buy the ranch. If not, God has other plans. We're just rolling with it. And for once in my life, being peaceful where I'm at and not trying to do every little thing because that's the idea I want in my head, you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
I mean, it
I
was awesome. Yeah, working till noon every day in the barn and then coming to do jewelry and then being a mom. But man, whew, it wasn't worth it.
Well, it was wearing you ragged.
Yeah, because you can't, your sex life, all the things. You can't, yeah. I don't know where to go with that. But yeah, you can't do all that.
No, no.
You're too
And you
tired.
that's right. And you can't be too tired.
No,
You got
no. The
you
counseling, I probably shouldn't say this on here. The counseling of Lorinda is you want a healthy marriage, you have sex.
that's right. The 3-day rule. We'll go back to the
Yes.
3-day rule.
3 day rule. Yes.
Yes. If you look up and it's been 3 days, you know
Yeah.
what you need to do. There's no
If they're
excuses.
grumpy, you know what to do.
That's right. So, women out there, that's just use that as a perimeter every 3 days. I mean, if you want to do it every day, that's great. Every other day, that's even, I mean, great. But I'm
Twice a
telling
day.
you, twice a day, 3 times a day. I mean,
Yeah.
there are no rules in that. I'm just saying, as a woman I mean, I had a I had a pretend, I shouldn't say pretend, a practice marriage. I had a practice
Yeah.
marriage. And
You had
then,
trial.
yeah, yep, got that figured out. And now we have, I have my
3 day rule.
amazing, yeah, my amazing husband of 23 years now. And
Poor
just
Joel.
from, I know, poor Joel, but yeah,
Just kidding.
the 3-day rule is a thing. And
Yeah.
I'll never forget sitting on, I was on a Southwest flight next to a little old man, and we just got to talking. And I don't
Did
even
he tell
know.
you that?
No, he just said, men are simple.
Oh.
Rub our back, keep our tummies fed, and have sex with us. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. If you just keep it to that, you will have a happy man for life. And I'm like, you're really that simple? But I mean, Joel's
It is.
probably not that, like, all those things, but the 3-day rule. So it
Yeah.
is.
Sacrifices.
Well, and
Sacrifice.
the biggest thing, we get so caught up in business and all the things going. And when all this started, all we wanted was somebody to love us and be a partner.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can't lose sight of that. So and that's what, like, both of us, when we both get rolling, we have to we both remind each other, like, what is all this for? Because if I pull Joel out of the equation, or you pull Austin out of the equation, it's not that much fun anymore.
No.
It's
Yeah.
we're building this together. So we're very blessed that, God, I mean, and I've said this on, I think, another podcast, and we've talked about this, right, you and having goals and the goals we want to go for. But I literally wrote down on a tablet all the characteristics in a man I wanted. and I had forgotten about that tablet. And after, I don't know if I'd moved to Texas or after we got married, I was going through my stuff and found that journal. And all the characteristics of Joel are written down right there. So, ladies, if you're still
Pros
looking
and
for your
cons.
man, yeah, don't
Yeah.
like Joel and I's favorite show is 90 Day Fiance. That's our trash TV that we watch.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's mind blowing when they like are, and then they got this Match Me Abroad one now. And so they go over and they have a matchmaker and they're like, so what are you looking for? And they're like, fit, likes to travel, work out. I'm like, not one person talks about a man of God, truthful,
Yeah.
the characteristics of what makes somebody. So
They like the idea of it.
the idea of it, which you're not going to get all that if you're starting from the outside in. You got to go
Yeah.
from the inside out.
Yeah.
So, no, it's I'm thankful I found Joel. I would not want to be in the dating pool today.
No. No. That's why I was like, I'm so glad Snapchat wasn't a thing back when I was in high school. And I'm like, woo.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, Kelsey, I know you got a crazy day still, and we'll reconvene later about the Bronco because you haven't even sent me a picture yet.
Oh, because I'm not going to yet.
No, you have to send me a picture. I have to help you, and I have to help you spend your money to get it not look like a
Yeah.
park ranger.
I'm leaving this and I'm going back to the place to work on it. That's what I'm doing today.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, I'm glad. The exciting things. Well, thank
We
you.
could probably cut that out.
Thank you for being on today. If you want to follow Kelsey on Instagram, it's Turnback Pony or Kelsey Johnson. Her husband is Austin Johnson. Is it Cutting Horses or Performance Horses on?
Yes.
Cutting
Cutting.
Horses. Cutting Horses, which one my beautiful little Riata's living there right now. And I have to go see
Love her.
Kelsey in 2 weeks or sooner than that. She just inherited a cat and 7 kittens. So
Yeah. Which Austin won the bet on.
that's right. He won the bet.
And Sterling still doesn't know.
Nope. We're not going to tell her.
No.
So thank you for finally making the time to be on my podcast. And I'm going to make you do it again.
Yeah, I think we need to recap.
Okay, bye.